Discussing about the fifth module now. So in the fifth module, we already discussed some topics which is related to analysis. And in this, we discussed about financial, non-financial analysis, as well as fundamental analysis of economics, industrial analysis, company analysis. And these are things we already discussed. Now, in the same module, we're going to discuss about equity valuation model. It's the next topic which we want to discuss. There are two topics we left it in this model. First one is the equity valuation model, and other one is derivatives. Derivative model like option, future, forward, warranty, warrants, and their valuation. Okay. So today's topic is related to equity valuation model. It's another technique which will be used in income securities. The other equity is one type of income securities which will be available in your company. Now, in this part, we're going to discuss equity valuation. Equity is nothing but the shares or the securities. So we need to adopt some models to value that equity shares, which will be benefited to you as an owner. You may get some benefits. In this, we're going to adopt 6 modules. Okay, 6 modules mainly. Equity valuation models there are 6 modules. They are before that, why we need to conduct this equity valuation model, we can discuss now. Now here, the valuation model, the equity valuation model are the methods of to value the business, to value a business or a company, which is primary task for every financial analyst. You are all, in future, you may become a financial analyst. It's your basic primary valuation method, evaluation model, which will be adopted by every business. So here, we're going to conduct financial strength of a business as well as the owner's what you call security, owner's safety. We can observe in this part. Okay. So in this valuation models, there are mainly 6 equity valuation models are there. We're going to discuss now. So mainly there are 6 equity valuation model. First one is DCF method or DCF model. Okay. Discounted cash flow method. It's a one model which will be adopted in equity valuation model. Second one is comparable company analysis. Comparable company analysis. It's another comparing with the different companies. That's another model which will be applied in this equity valuation model. Then comparable transaction companies. The transaction which is occurs in your company, we are comparing with that companies. Okay. That's another model. Then asset-based valuation model. Asset-based valuation, you already know that NAV, net asset value. So net asset value is nothing but asset minus total asset minus liability. That's the model we're going to apply in this equity valuation model. Then sum of parts valuation. There are some parts we're going to select, and that is we're going to conduct the valuation model. Then multiply model, including this whatever the above 5 models we applied, include combination of 2 or more models. We're going to adopt that model. It can be called as a multiply models. Okay, come to first one, DCF model, discounted cash flow model. The discounted cash flow models are it's a main model which will be determine the value of the stock. We're going to determine the value of the stock. That means when you are invested the money 100 rupees in your through equity shares, so whatever the amount you're going to get it in future, that 100 rupees, that value may be reduced. That's a discounted cash flow model we can apply in this part. So determining the value of the stock by calculating the present value. What is the present value for that particular stock expected in a cash flow method? Okay. This cash flow are 2 types. In cash flow model, there are 2 types. Expected cash flow to the shareholders. What are the expected cash flow of the shareholders? It can be called as a dividend discount model. It can be called as a dividend discount model. Whatever the dividend they're going to get it by the shareholders through equity shares, that's the dividend discount model. And free cash flow to equity model. These are the 2 models we're going to see in this discounted cash flow models. Okay. So in this DCF, we're going to know, we're going to observe DCF is the net present value. NPV can be calculated. The NPV of the cash flow projected by the company projected by the company. Okay, so here we're going to see the NPV when you want to apply this model. NPV of the projected by the company, and DCP is based on the principle that the value of the business or asset intrinsically based on its capability to generate the cash flow. So here the DCF is mainly depend on the NPV, and the principle which is applied in this DCP is the value of the business or an asset intrinsically based on its capability or to generate the cash flow. What the capacity we may get it. And now in this DCF relies more on the fundamental expectations. We're going to concentrate on fundamental expectations of a business. Then on the public market factors, they won't bother about the public factor. The fundamental expectations are there. Or historical models. Okay, it is a more theoretical approach which will be applied in this DCF. Next, a DCF analysis which can be helped in yielding the overall value of the business. That means enterprise value. So the DCF can be analyzed with the help of overall enterprise value, including both debts and equities. While calculating this, the present value is expected to the future cash flow. What the present value and the future cash flow is calculated in this part. Okay. Main drawback of this DCF is in this technique, the estimation of future cash flow and terminal value along with the appropriate risk adjusted discount rate. That means what the future expectation determined as much as what we are expected. So that's the one drawback we're going to see. It's a future expectation. It may come down some falls. Okay. Next. Come to next. Second model in an equity valuation model. Second one is comparable company analysis. The comparable company analysis, the name only shows comparing with the different companies. So the comparable company analysis in this method, it involves the comparing the operating matrix. We're going to compare with the operating matrix and evaluation models of a public companies with those targeted companies. Okay, we are comparing with the operating matrix as well as the valuation models of the public company with the targeted companies in this model. By using this valuation model, the valuation multiplier is the quickest way of valuing the company. So it's the one type of model. When you want to get the quickest results, you can apply this model. Okay, this is here we're going to compare with the companies to companies. We comparing with the different companies, operational activity and financial characteristics of the company. So in this model, in this equity valuation method, this comparing valuation method is used to target the business, that is identify the stream of earnings or a revenue which can maintained by the business. For a business that are still development stage, when the company are in still developing stage, we may adopt this type of models to maintain the business revenue and earnings to find out. Okay. Next, third model, comparable transaction model. Here comparable transaction models, the transaction here, the previous one is comparing with the companies to companies. It may be any different public company with the private targeted company, but you are comparing the transaction which is similar nature. Okay. So in this model, the company using this equity valuation method by estimating the analyzing of price that was paid by the similar companies. So here we are comparing with the similar company who are doing a similar transaction and similar circumstances. Okay, similar circumstances activity. This kind of valuation can be happen. Okay, with this method, it helps to understand the multiples and premiums paid by the specific industry and how private market valuation versus the other parties. Okay. In this method, it requires familiarity. When you want to apply this method, or a model, mainly we need to consider the familiarity with the industries and other assets. Then only we can adopt this model. Okay. When choosing that company, this type of analysis are required. So if different type of natures are there, we are not able to adopt this models. Okay. That's another equity valuation model, the comparing transaction companies model. Okay. In the chart, whatever the notes I am going to send, in the chart you can get that example. Okay. You can observe this. Now, in this model, the main drawback of this model, so in this, the main drawback or major drawback of this model, the valuation technique is amount and quality of information which is related to transactions. So whatever the information you can collect, the public information. So main drawback is we are not get the proper conclusion in this part. So we may give suggestions only in this part. Okay, that's the main drawback in this model. Okay. Next model, fourth model. The fourth model is asset-based model. Asset-based model. It's depend on the assets of a company. The assets-based model determines the fair value of the stock. The fair value of the stock by calculating the value of the firm's assets, subtracting with the value of its liabilities and preferred stock. Since the firm's assets and liabilities will be at book value, the analyst will be adjusted this value, their fair value. The fair value method, you are already known that fair value method. Asset, total asset minus outside a liability is nothing but total net asset. That can be observed in this part. So in this, we're going to take a total asset as well as outside a liability, excluding what you call debts as well as the equity shares. Okay. By seeing this chart, you may see we calculated something, some part in this part. See, total assets is 19 lakh 50,000. In this, the total liability only we took syndicators and bank order, who are all outside the liabilities. Outside the liabilities. In this, whatever the amount we got it, the value of the company. It is nothing but the value of the company. What the investors are invested in that, it may consider as a 4,50,000 is the equity value. So in this method, asset-based model, it can be called as asset. It's a simple one. So anyone can understand this thing. Okay. Next, fifth model, the sum of parts valuation method. Sum of parts valuation method. The parts like automobile, oil and gas, banks, e-commerce, software. These are the parts valuation method. So cognometer with the, that means here we value the each business separately. That means the automobile industry is separate, oil gas business is separate. Let us take Reliance. Reliance have different activities. They may concentrating automobile, they may concentrating e-commerce activity, they may concentrating oil and gas. So here each part will be considered separate manner in this. So Reliance means we won't consider the equity valuation method may not be adopted in a Reliance company itself. We may select one by part. Okay, that's the equity valuation model. That means it's in this model we're going to select separate parts of the same company's activities. Okay. Here the value of each business separately add up with the equity valuation. In this approach is called as a sum parts valuation method. In order to, let us take this, I took 6 example. The 6 example can be separately calculated and we make it as a total valuation. Okay. Next, multiplier model. That's the last model which will be applied in equity valuation method. So equity valuation method, last model, first model is, what is the first model? DACF. Okay. discounted cash flow. Second one is comparable company analysis. Third one, comparable transaction. Comparable company analysis means different company, public company and private targeted companies, comparing with that. And comparable transaction means the same company, the transactions must be similar. That type of comparable transaction company method. Then asset-based valuation method is assets and liabilities comparison. Whatever the value of assets at the end, net asset is available, it can be considered as a equity value. Then some parts valuation means the different parts, different activities of a business can be considered and calculating separately, then add up. There are some parts of valuation method. Then last one, multiplier method. The multiplier method. The multiplier model determines the value of the company by analyzing, and comparing the company's financial ratios. Comparing the financial ratio. The multiplier will determine the company's analysis and comparing company financial ratio. Both the things will be compared. In this, for example, popular multiple price earning ratio, cash flow, book value, EBIT, EBT. These are things we go to calculate in a different calculation and compare with that. And make it all the combination of that, take one result. It is known as the complier. There are other multiplier also is there. EV, enterprise value, can be calculated in this, and EBIT can be calculated in this. We won't consider only one model. We may adopt different models, and on that base we may get the conclusion. It can be called as a multiplier models. Okay, so this is related to equity valuation models. These are the different 6 models which will be applied by any business, depending on the situations, depend on the function, depend on the characters of the business, depend on the behavior of the company. Okay, so these are the 6 models. You people must remember that. So next class I'm going to discuss about the derivatives. So equity derivatives, it can be as per your syllabus. We need to discuss about the options, futures, derivatives. These are things we need to discuss. That one we're going to discuss next class. Most probably tomorrow we're going to discuss the topic. Okay. Anyhow, I can